Hey, it's the Rooster, Bobby Leach for the TimesWeekly.com. The Joliet West Tiger football team had high hopes of making the playoffs this season with an experienced offense and an improved defensive core, but after Saturday's 49-8 drubbing to Homewood Flossmoor, that goal has to be motivation in the offseason for the returning players. The Tigers fell behind the Vikings 34-0 in the first quarter after an absolute scoring barrage put on by the Viking squad that has improved with every game this season. The West defense was just unable to slow down the Vikings, who scored with a balanced attack and touched off several big plays in the first half. While the result of the season is one more year vacant of a Tiger playoff appearance, the program has certainly begun to turn the corner. And for seniors who have helped them rebuild the black and gold since splitting with inter-district school Joliet Central 3 seasons ago, their dreams may have been dashed, but their efforts have laid the groundwork for a great future in that program.
Hey, this is a big win for you guys because it gets you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Guaranteed shot in the playoffs now. Last year, lost at Naperville Central. I was at that game.
Yeah.
Kids then said, hey, I asked them, I said, where did HF come from? How'd you guys get to this game, this deep into the playoffs? And especially the new coach, and everyone said, hey, we bought in.
Right.
We bought in. I mean, we like this coaching staff. We bought in. We're all working hard. You kind of got that again this year.
Right.
What's the difference in this coaching staff? I mean, what is it about these guys that they get you guys motivated to get out there and start playing?
He really enforces the concept of teamwork, and he really wants us to work together and play for each other instead of playing playing singularly. He has what's called a me team or a we team, and we kind of work together, make sure that we're all doing our job, making sure we're focused on what we need to do in order for the betterment of the team. So,
well, I mean, he had 2 losses this year. He had lost to Lincoln Way East, which is arguably the best team in the state at 7A, and you lost to Bolingbrook when they were at full strength. They, the Aaron Bailey's still out there, and they were ranked number 1 by a lot of media people. Right. So you lost to 2 top programs. Heading into the playoffs, you've seen some of the best that's out there. How did you guys improve from that game? What did you take away from those 2 losses, and how's that going to help you guys in the playoffs?
It's going to help us in the playoffs, again, with that concept of teamwork. He felt that we weren't using our teamwork to our advantage during these games, and we watched a lot of film, did different things, different drills during practice to get us more physical, to get us working together. So I think we're ready.
No, it just didn't seem like things were going right for you guys against HF. I mean, they really, they're pretty strong up front, but they were able to 1-2 punch you guys either in the air or on the ground.
Yeah, we'd worry about one thing, get sucked up on it, fall asleep on the other thing, and then they get us beat deep. And then they go back to the other thing, and we're not ready again. So just falling apart defense, mentally wise.
What do you hope to do next? I mean, this is your senior year. You're graduating, and you're one of the guys that helped put this program on track at least. Get it to a point where it's competitive, because a few years when you walked in here, this is an 0-9 football club, and now you guys are competing. I mean, today wasn't a good example of that, but as a whole this season you're competing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping that we at least set the tone, for the next generations to come, and they know what's going to be coming up and what to expect, and hopefully they do a lot better than we tried this year. I mean, it's going to get harder and harder. It's not going to get easier. So.
Right.
And hopefully they step it up.
What do you take away from your efforts here and your teammates?
I mean, just how to keep working. Regardless of the circumstance, just keep working. I mean, even in college it can get harder and tougher. So I've always been able to push myself and help my teammates the best way I can. So I just leave it at that.
You just learned that life isn't always about winning. It's just about trying to win.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to help each other. I mean, losing games. I mean, it hurts, but at the same time, as long as you win something out of it, keeping the team together, smiles on people's faces, I mean, it affects a lot of people. So, I mean, it's tough right now. I mean, taking a toll on me, but we got another game next week, so we're gonna look forward to that.
Coach, that's the way you want to play in the first half of a football game. I mean, when you play a team that's up and coming, this drill yourself, having to turn this around a little bit, but took it to Joliet West real early, 34 points. I think it even shocked some of the West coaching staff, to put that much up in a quarter.
Well, we know they're a good team, and we watch them, and they're tied up with Sandburg, at half. They're beating Lincoln Way Central at half. So we took them serious, obviously, and our game plan was to get up on them early. And to be honest with you, we're looking to get a running clock early. That's what we want to do, because we knew the rain was coming, and we thought the rain was coming. So I thought our kids played outstanding. It's been the 3rd running clock we've had in 3 weeks now. So our kids are really going to play a half football, but. I'm real happy with where we're playing and how we're going, and I got a big one against Hamburg next week.
Last time you and I talked was at Naperville Central's field walking off last year, and you talked about how these kids bought into your program. You picked up another coach this year on the sidelines, another head coach. Pretty well stacked coaching staff. How do you feel going into the playoffs now? I mean, with this win, this puts you in.
Yeah, it sure does. And again, we tell our guys we got one goal at the start of the season. That's to make the playoffs, and then we reevaluate once we get in. So it's what we shoot for. Obviously, we've lost 2 games, and we lost to really, I think, the 2 best teams in the state at some point. So, and we played right with them. So we feel like we got a shot at advancing. We got a game next week that is really going to get us ready for it. But I'm happy where the program is progressing, and our offense is clicking. Again, that's when you're putting up 49 points in 3 halves of football, something good is happening. So, and our defense is starting to catch up with the offense. So hopefully we'll finish up strong next week.
You're running into a team that's been hot lately.
They're good. They're good. And I know that they're good, and we know that every game that we come into, if we don't play our best football, you're going to see that. You're going to see, and they're good up front. They've got some big boys. The quarterback's very good. The receivers caught the ball every time he threw it to them. They're a good team, and Craig is a good coach, man. He's got a great staff. He's got a great staff, and they've got something going right now.
Hey, the first part of this season, coming into this year, you wanted to take that next step. You had said, hey, we want to just take a step at a time. We need to take that next step, and it looks like you guys have done that. I mean, you're still looking for offensive linemen, but I see that you got a new coach, and you're putting a lot of emphasis on that in the weight room.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing right now. We've got guys up front that are doing some good things for us. We're a ways from where we want to be, but we've got a couple of seniors that have done some good things for us. But we got some young kids up there. We've got 2 sophomores starting for us right now. We've got a junior left guard, and then our 2 other guys are seniors. So, that's the emphasis. That's like you said. We got to get guys up front. We got to get blocking. We got to do the right things up front. So, and that's what we're doing.
Well, and then you lost your quarterback at the beginning of the season too, and that puts us. I mean, it's not an excuse for all the losses, but it certainly has an impact on your offense.
Absolutely. The way that we. We're able to do things, that the first couple of games with Ashton and with Anthony, it was a great mix-up. We were able to mix things up and do some really good things, and Anthony was, a true leader. So it's just, it hurt us, and I think that season might be a little different if we didn't have, Anthony go down, and but that's the way it goes. That's football.
Especially in a passing game, Jason. I mean, Ashton does a great job with what he, is capable of doing. Sure. But he's just not the accurate passer that Anthony would be. And when you get in situations when you have to throw the ball.
Yep, exactly.
It would be nice to have the guy who could throw the ball accurately all the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, you had some receivers open on some of your long patterns today.
We looked at the schedule, Plainfield South. We should have taken that one. Sandburg, Anthony doesn't go down. We're 3-3 at half. And Anthony continues to go, second half. Lincoln Way Central, we struggled moving the ball that game. So, but you know what? I hope people see that we are taking steps forward. We're right on the hinge. We're right there. So, but I hate saying that. That's not what I want to say. I want to say, yes, we won the game.